A California doctor believes that she's found a way to safely and legally provide abortions for women in southern states like Texas, where abortion bans have been enacted.
The OBGYN is efforting a floating abortion clinic in the Gulf of Mexico that she says would be out of reach of any state laws. Our Bill Churchwell spoke with that doctor tonight. He joins us now with details. Bill?
Dr. Meg Autry says currently she is raising money to acquire a vessel to perform the surgery, something that could cost millions. The Gulf of Mexico, a legal loophole that could help make abortions available for women in states like Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, where laws are more restrictive.
When the decision was finally came out, it was like, okay, it's time to do this.
Dr. Meg Autry is talking about the Supreme Court's ruling to overturn Roe versus Wade.
I have a lot of friends and relatives there that I feel they have a right to bodily autonomy.
The floating clinic would offer reproductive health services, including first trimester surgical abortions up to 14 weeks. She says despite being on the water, it would provide closer services for women who would otherwise not be able to financially fly or travel across state lines.
So for example, if you live in your area or like McAllen, to drive to the closest state, which would be New Mexico, would take almost a day.
The focus turned to the federal waters on the Gulf of Mexico, where state laws would technically only apply within 9 miles of the Texas coast. She is still expecting to face legal challenges as the idea moves forward.
We have a robust legal team, and I'm sure there will be legal challenges along the way. It's hard to challenge us something now because we don't exist.
The next step, fundraising for the vessel through the nonprofit Prowess, short for protecting reproductive rights of women endangered by state statutes.
We truly need to get to some big donors to be able to make this a reality.
Audrey wants to make sure patients feel safe.
It has to meet clinical standards of clinics on the land, right? And so it needs to be a certain size. We have tried to take into account in that size about the choppiness, the weather.
And she says right now there is not an official date when the services would start to be offered offshore. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bill, for that report.